Lord. The house of God tonight. This Sunday I was in Chattanooga at a youth convention. It was really, really good. A lot of God really moved in every service. There was a bunch of messages preached up there and a lot of lessons taught, but one of them really stuck out to me. I want to hit on it for just a minute here. 1 Samuel 5, it says, "But unto Hannah he gave a worthy portion, for he loved Hannah, but the Lord had shut up her womb. And her adversary also provoked her sore to make her fret, because the Lord had shut up her womb. And as he did so year by year, when she went up to the house of the Lord, so she provoked her. Therefore she wept and did not eat. Then said Elkanah, her husband, to her, Hannah, why weepest thou, and why eatest thou not? And why is thy heart grieved? Am I not better to thee than 10 sons? So Hannah rose up after they had eaten in Shiloh, and after they had drunk. Now Eli, the priest, sat up on a seat by a post of the temple of the Lord. And she was in bitterness of soul, and prayed unto the Lord, and wept sore. And she vowed a vow, and said, O Lord of hosts, if thou wilt indeed look on the affliction of thine handmaid, and remember me, and not forget thine handmaid, but wilt give unto thine handmaid a man-child, then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come upon his head. And it came to pass, as she continued praying before the Lord, that Eli marked her mouth. Now Hannah, she spake in her heart, only her lips moved, but her voice was not heard. Therefore Eli thought she had been drunken. And Eli said unto her, How long wilt thou have been drunken? Put away thy wine from me. And Hannah answered and said, No, my Lord, I am not. I am a woman of sorrowful spirit. I have drunk neither wine nor strong drink, but have poured out my soul before the Lord. You see, when it was Hannah and another woman, I forget her name. I read it, but I forgot it. But she could bear a child, and Hannah couldn't bear children, and so Elkanah he asked her why she was so sad, why she was so in sorrow, and I'll get to the point in just a minute. So it says that Hannah went up to the temple to pray. Well, see, Hannah couldn't bear children, but the other wife could, and so he gave her just as much love as he did the other wife, but she couldn't bear children. Him giving her love and his money and buying her all the food and the stuff that she had wasn't enough for Hannah. She wanted something more. She had to. It was that the other wife could bear children and she couldn't stand it. She couldn't take it anymore. So she went up and she told God that if he would give her a son, if he would give her a child, she would dedicate his life unto him for the rest of his life, all of his life. But see, this is where we need to get. We need to get to the point to where we get like Hannah, where we have had enough of the normal, where we've had enough of feeding off of somebody else's stuff and taking somebody else's income and everything. It's time to get to that spirit of Hannah to where there is more for me. There is more for me than just sitting here and taking it. There's more for me than just sitting here and realizing that I've got a problem and I'm not going to do anything about it. Well, have to forgive me if I'm a little fired up. I know we just had a sincere and powerful worship service there, those first 2 songs. But this has been in my heart ever since it was preached at the convention. So I'm going to let it go. Because this was a youth convention. I'm talking to the youth. Youth, we have got to get to that spirit of Hannah to where we're tired of coming to the church and receiving a normal blessing. See, God has got a normal blessing, but it's like a pack in the grocery store. When they run out, it's replaced. So when we receive that blessing, there's automatically another one there. It may not be a financial blessing. It may not be a healing of a blessing. It may not be something that you might want, but there is a blessing there. See, that spirit of Hannah, if it would get a hold of us, we would realize in our spirit that after we receive the first blessing in the service still isn't over. There is still another blessing for us to receive. But we got to get in that spirit of Hannah and say, there is more. Go further past the first blessing and get the next one, and the next one, and the next one, because our life is dedicated unto the Lord. But I've seen us, we've come in, youth, we've come in, you know, and youth service, we get a powerful move of God, and there's nothing wrong with that. We get a blessing from it. We go home feeling renewed and refreshed. And you know, that's all good and well, and I have nothing against that. But see, God is saying that there is more than just the one blessing in the service. If there's anything that I learned from God in this youth convention, is that I don't have to go 2 days without feeling His presence, then come back into the house of God and feel His presence again. See, we had church every day, and every service, every time the altars were called on and people went to the altar, every time the Spirit of God started to move, every time I would feel His presence and I would get refreshed and renewed, and it was one blessing after another blessing after another blessing. And I'm not pinning roses on myself, y'all know that, but what I'm trying to get to you and in your mind and on your heart and spirit is that if we can get the drive that Hannah had, if we can get past the normality that she sat in for years, just accepting the fact that she couldn't bear what God had for her, if we can get past that and get the spirit that there is more for me, I know that there is more for me. If we get that spirit upon us, we'll see you come through those doors in the name of Jesus. We'll see people that have been lost and out of the church for years coming in by our works, by the works that God is doing through us, but we have to have the Holy Spirit. Oh, God bless you in the name of Jesus.
Victory is mine. Victory is mine. Tell somebody, victory today is mine.